Imagine millions of people gathering in one place at a specific time, guided not by human decision but by planetary movements. That's the magic of Kumbh Mela, the world's largest spiritual gathering. Today, I will tell you the story of Kumbh Mela. Why is it celebrated? Who initiated it? Where is it celebrated? How are these locations decided with the use of astrology? Namaskaraha, I am Archana Murthy, a professional astrologer. By the end of this video, you will know all the interesting facts about Kumbh Mela. The Maha Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj started on 13th Jan this year. But what is Kumbh Mela? What is the story behind it? Once upon a time, our Devas were cursed by Durvasa Rishi, which made the Devas weak. Sri Vishnu guided the Devas to drink the Amrit to regain their immortality, energy and power. But you could get the divine nectar Amrit by churning the ocean. The Devas needed help. They made a deal with the Asuras. They said, "Help us churn the ocean and we will share the Amrit with you." Hence, the Samudra Manthana began. They used the serpent king Vasuki as the rope, Mount Mandara as the pole. Devas and Asuras were on opposite ends of the rope and they churned. After a lot of effort, Amrita or the divine nectar emerged from the ocean in a pot or kumbha. A fight broke between Devas and Asuras over the pot of Amrit. Sri Vishnu handed the kumbha to Garuda to take it away to heaven. As Garuda flew, 4 drops of the Amrita fell in 4 places, in Haridwar, Nashik, Ujjain and Prayagraj. This made these lands sacred. Kumbha, as you now know, is referring to the sacred pot of Amrit, and hence Kumbh Mela is celebrated only in these 4 sacred places. These places are where the divine nectar touched the earth. But how do we decide which one hosts the Kumbh Mela at a given time? Then, why is the current Kumbh Mela celebrated only in Prayagraj and not in all these places? If you thought of that, good question. That's where astrology comes in. We humans don't decide the location, but our grahas decide the location for Kumbh Mela. Which grahas specifically? Surya, Chandra and Guru. Surya is the soul, Atmakaraka. Chandra is the mind, Manokaraka. Guru, the Jnanakaraka, knowledge or for the Atmagnan. When Jupiter is in Kumbh Rashi, Surya in Mesha and Chandra in Dhanur, then Kumbh Mela is held in the banks of Ganga in Haridwar or Mokshadwar. This usually occurs in Chaitra Masa. When Guru and Surya are in Simha Rashi, then Kumbh Mela is held in Godavari in Nashik, the sacred place of Triambakeshwar. This is also called Simhastha Kumbh as Guru is in Simha Rashi. This usually occurs in Bhadrapada Masa. Another variation of Guru in Simha Rashi is when Surya in Mesha or Surya and Chandra are in Mesha, then Kumbh Mela is held in Kshipra River or in Ujjain. This is also called Simhastha Kumbh as Guru again is in Simha Rashi. This usually occurs in Vaishakha Masa. Finally, when Guru is in Vrishabha Rashi and Sun is in Makara, then Kumbh Mela is held in Prayagraj. This usually occurs in Magha Masa. And currently, the Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj started on the day before Makara Sankranti, that is when Sun was about to enter Makara and Jupiter was already in Vrishabha Rashi. Now, you know the logic behind the decision on the location of these Kumbh Melas. These celestial positions occur every 3, 6 and 12 years in rotation in these 4 places. Why only during these years? During these planetary shifts, there is a strong belief of an upsurge of positive energy and Amrit being there. So Kumbh Mela is mainly of 3 types: Ardha Kumbh, Purna Kumbh or Maha Kumbh. Ardha, as in half, occurs every 6 years and is celebrated in either Haridwar or Prayagraj. Purna, which means complete, occurs every 12 years and is celebrated either in Haridwar, Prayagraj, Nashik or Ujjain. Whereas Maha Kumbh Mela occurs with the completion of 12 cycles of Purna Kumbha, that is 12 times 12, that is 144 years. And this Maha Kumbha is held only in Prayagraj. This is the current Kumbh Mela in 2025. The previous Maha Kumbh was in 1881 and the next would probably be in the year 2169. Let's look at these dates visually so that you get a better idea. In 2010, Purna Kumbh Mela was in Haridwar. 6 years later in 2016 was Ardha Kumbh and 2021 was Purna Kumbh Mela. In Prayagraj, 2013 saw Purna Kumbh Mela, Ardha in 2019 and Maha Kumbha in 2025. 12 years after 2013 and 144 years after 1881. Whereas in Nashik in 2015 there was Purna Kumbha. The next will be in 2027. Ardha Kumbh Melas are not celebrated here. Since Guru is in Simha Rashi, this is also called Simhasta Kumbh. Same in Ujjain. Even Kumbh Mela in Ujjain is called Simhasta as it is celebrated when Guru is in Simha and Surya in Mesha. This last occurred in 2016 and next will be 12 years later, that is in 2028. Again, Ardha Kumbh Melas again are not celebrated here. And do you know who is given the credit for the genesis of this grand Kumbh Mela celebration? It is the brainchild of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Of course, the concept of the Kumbh Mela and the 4 locations and when it was sacred was already known. The celebration is ancient and traces back to over 2000 years. In 7th century CE, when a Chinese traveller visited India during the Harshavardhana Empire, he recorded the details of this unique celebration in India. And how was it initiated by the 8th century seer Sri Adi Shankaracharya? Yes, he didn't start it, but he gave a structure to it. During 8th century, there was a threat to Hinduism, as in a lot of Hindus were losing their belief and connect to Hinduism. He travelled all over India and spread the knowledge and awareness of this ancient dharma, consolidated Sanatana tradition and brought strength back to Hinduism. Look at these sadhus that are popular in Kumbh Mela. Who are they? And what is their connection to Adi Shankaracharya? Sri Adi Shankaracharya divided the ascetics into 2 categories, Shastradhari and Astradhari. Shastradhari as scripture bearers or intelligentsia. For instance, Sringeri Matha focused on education and knowledge, and Astradhari are weapon bearers. Shastradhari and Astradhari sadhus are part of the famous Dashanami Sampradayas that he established. Most of the popular Akhadas fall under Astradhari. The minute I say Akhada, you may picture a wrestling arena. Here, Akhada means Akhand, a place for all the saints to come together and focus on spiritual growth and physical discipline. The Acharya's aim was to form a warrior class, to hold the flag of Hinduism high against the invasions of foreign intruders and to preserve the ancient religion of Hinduism. Most of the saints of these Akhadas are proficient in scriptures and also with the art of weapons. Shankaracharya established the famous Naga Sadhus and they are the most heavily armed of all the Hindu Akhadas. Then why are they multiple Akhadas? Is their ideology different? The current 13 Akhadas fall under 3 major groups, Shaiva, Vaishnava and Udasin. Shaiva Akhada, the popular Akhada here, is the Juna Akhada. Other examples are Niranjani Akhada, who are followers of Sri Kartikeya. Atal Akhada are followers of Sri Ganesha. All these come under Shaiva Akhada. Vaishnavite Akhadas that fall in this system worship Sri Vishnu. A few examples, Digambara and Nirmohi. Udasin are linked to Sikhism. They lean towards service as the means of salvation. Udasin means neutral or unbiased. Historically, we see many instances where Akhadas have come to safeguard Hinduism and protect sacred sites. For example, in 1757 CE, 4,000 women were abducted by Ahmed Khan of Farrukhabad. Then, 6,000 Naga Sadhus came together at the sacred Triveni Sangam and challenged the mighty forces and helped in the release of these women. Now let's come to what happens in Kumbh Mela. What are the significant events here? Like I said, these 13 Akhadas have 15 lakh sadhus and they all leave their secluded places and enter civilization only for Kumbh Mela. During the important dates called Shahi Snan or Royal Bath, you see a grand ceremonial arrival of these Akhadas. They come riding on chariots and bless the people gathered there. Adi Shankaracharya is credited for the structure of the Kumbh Mela as a spiritual gathering with discourses, debates, bhajans and cultural programs. Each of these Akhadas has a role in Kumbh Mela. Like the Juna Akhada does a grand procession with sadhus and music marking the spiritual commencement of the festival. Niranjani Akhada hosts spiritual discourses and rituals as they focus on purity and detachment, so through meditation, yoga and sacred texts. Vaishnava Akhada conduct kirtans, spiritual teachings and rituals as they believe in devotion, service in the form of bhakti, yoga, mantras and Bhagavad Gita. As a common man, you have many activities in Kumbh Mela. The most important is to take the holy dip or Amrit Snan in the Triveni Sangam of the three rivers Ganga, Yamuna and the Gupta Nadi Saraswati. This is to purify your body, soul and renew the spiritual connection with the divine, that is, gain Atma Jnana for moksha. There are specific thithis that are considered important for the Amrit Snan, such as Purnami, Amavasya, Makara Sankranti, Basant Panchami and Maha Shivratri. You can also participate in Aartis, Deepdan, Yagnas, listen to the various discourses and seek their blessings. So Kumbh Mela isn't just a festival, it's a reminder of our spiritual roots. A celestial event guided by astrology, aligning human devotion with divine timing. That's why it is called Sarva Siddhi Pradaha Kumbha, the Kumbha that bestows all accomplishments. Whether you go for a dip in the sacred river or just learn about its history, one thing is certain, this grand event connects us to something far greater than ourselves. Fascinating, isn't it? If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video, share it with others and subscribe for more insights into our ancient wisdom. See you in the next one. Dhanyavadaha.